Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. In today's video we're gonna do a best of 5 against Ryley, a really nice player you might know and also a really nice person as well. So I'm pretty excited to do this best of 5 and I also hope you're too. So if you like this kind of concept, make sure to like and subscribe, that would be pretty appreciated. So we'll just go into the first game and I decided to play this pretty fun deck with the drill and mortar as well. And it also has the snowball, which is pretty strong in this kind of meta, I feel like. I'm just gonna snowball this just to kill the fire spirit and also to get back to the Evo faster. So I'm just gonna Royal Ghost here. And he does have a Berserker. Alright, I'm pretty sure he does have drill as well, since I saw him playing with this deck and he was like top 10. Just gonna mortar here, and I know he does have a fireball, but we'll maybe... Yes, we get 2 hits on the tower. Just gonna E-Wiz here, and I'm ready with my skeletons if he does play with the... Let's go with the snowball. Nice, alright. We won't take any skeleton hits, which is huge. He might play like a spirit or something here. Alright, so I'm just gonna pop the ability then just to... Yeah, almost kill the Berserker, so it dies to the tower and we don't have to play something else. If he goes with the spirit, I'm just gonna snowball it. But yeah, we are up on damage thanks to the mortuary hits, which is pretty nice. Just gonna snowball here again just to get to the Evo faster, and if he goes... Yes, I'm just gonna ghost here for his drill. And if he... Alright, he does go with the Evo snowball here, so I'm just gonna E-Wiz. Alright, we didn't take any hit from the goblins, which is pretty nice since he played... Like, he did push with the Evo snowball, which was the most difficult push to stop, I feel like. Alright, so I'm just gonna go with the Golden Knight since he doesn't... Alright, I'm gonna squeeze here. And he doesn't have the Berserker. I'm just gonna go with the ability here, so he has to play something else. Is he already back to... Alright, he does go with the cannon, so I think we can try to get a pretty nice lineup. Nice! On the tower, he has to fireball or snowball. Alright, I'm gonna protect my mortar here just to be annoying. And I'm gonna ghost as well since he doesn't have his snowball on cycle. Wait, actually we're in a pretty good spot, I feel like, since... Yeah, we have a lot of troops on the map. I'm just gonna snowball. Nice! Please! He's gonna fire spirit maybe. Alright, I'm gonna mortar maybe. He did predict it, but he has to still answer to it. Alright. I'm just gonna Golden Knight here just to dash on everything so we get a lot of value from it. I'm gonna Ghost as well. He might snowball. Yeah, I'm just gonna Electro Wizard. We took a lot of... Oof, that was a pretty nice fireball. Actually, I should have played my skeletons here. That was pretty bad from me. I'm just gonna pop the ability just to force out an answer, and he does go with the evolved cannon. Alright, gonna mortar here. He's gonna fireball, I think. Cycle back to it. Yeah, that was pretty great from him and pretty bad from me, so we'll have to play way better to win, I feel like. I don't really know what to do here. Alright, just gonna E-Wiz here, and I'm gonna Golden Knight for the drill. And if he goes... Alright, just gonna have to scale this as well. I can't really mortar here since I don't think it will be pretty value. So I'm just gonna cannon card and I'm gonna go with the drill since we do have a pretty nice counter push, I feel like. So I'm just gonna snowball as well last second, and alright, he does go with a cannon which will die pretty fast. I'm gonna pop the ability. Please, please, please. Nice, the Golden Knight. Alright, I'm gonna mortar since he doesn't have a lot of elixir. Alright. 2, 3, alright. It forces out the Evo snowball, so that's pretty nice. I'm just gonna drill as well since we do have the E-Wiz here just to... Oof, I'm gonna ghost as well. And I'm gonna just go with the snowball since he doesn't have any great answer for that. Nice! The Goblin will take the tower and will take the first match, which was pretty intense, so well played to him, and we'll see you guys in the next match. Alright, so for the next match, I wanted to play this Royal Giant deck with the Lightning version, which is also pretty fun. So good luck to him. I'm just gonna Skull here just to counter this Spear Goblins. And I was a little bit too late, I feel like, so I'm just gonna Hunter here. And maybe he plays Mortar with the... Alright, he does have Magic Archer here. I'm gonna log as well, but yeah, that won't kill it. And we do have a pretty bad start. So I'm just gonna Royal Giant the back. I think this is the key to win the match. I'm gonna Ghost here since he's gonna Wallbreakers and his Spirit as well, just to kill them fully. and that will be nice. He's gonna bomb tower, I think, so we have to watch out for that. Alright, I'm gonna lightning here since he doesn't have the Vulcan cycle, so I'm alright. He does go with a defensive miner log, and yeah, we'll take one hit, maybe two, maybe. Alright, not three, but two is pretty great, and we are up on damage. I'm gonna score this last second just to minimize the damage we take from the Spear Goblins. And yeah, we are up on damage, which is pretty nice. Wait, actually, we could go with RJ at the bridge, since yeah, he does have a strange cycle and he has to waste the Valk, and maybe we could activate the tower with the Valk, so that will be pretty huge. But I'm pretty sure he's gonna predict, so I'm just gonna put it there, and yes, he's gonna miner just to block it, so that was nice. We didn't try to activate the King Tower because we would have taken a lot of damage, and that's really not true you wanna see, so he might go with the Nado just to activate the King Tower, and yeah, he will just Nado that. Maybe one hit from the... Nice, we got a hit from the Fisher. Alright, so he does go with that. Just gonna score this here. And I think we can... actually, I think it was pretty bad. So I'm just gonna have to log here, and if we could get maybe... Nice, we'll get a shot from the urge, so I'm just gonna have to ghost here. And yes, if he wall breakers... no. We'll take the double connection. That's really not you wanna see. But we have to move on, so... Alright, I was going to say he's gonna Mortar, but that was a pretty nice magic culture from him. I'm gonna have to Hunter just to kill it, maybe. Hopefully he's not gonna Nado that. Alright, he doesn't, but we are in a pretty bad spot right now. So... I'm gonna try to urge... Alright. The Fisher died, yes, that was a bad urge again. He's gonna bump tower. I'm gonna try that, even if... Yes. He's gonna Nado, we won't get any shots from him. He's gonna Miner maybe. Alright, looks like he waited, so I'm just gonna have to Spirit plus lock the Wallies. Gonna have to Ghost as well. He might Mortar just to finish the game, so I'm gonna try to predict. Alright, he didn't play his Mortar. And yeah, I'm not sure how we are going to come back. I'm gonna Hunter here. Alright, I just lost that, yes. That was pretty well played from him. Wait, doesn't finish. Alright, the Nado of the back did. But yeah, pretty well played to him. We didn't play well at all, so well played to him, and we'll see you guys in the next match. Alright guys, so for this next match, I wanted to play this really fun bait deck, and I don't really know if it's strong since the Evo Goblin Barrel got nerfed, so we will try to see if it's still good. And he does have a Duchess. Alright, he does play the bridge spam deck with the Queen, I think, and the Pump. I'm gonna have to Spirit as well just to protect my cannon so it doesn't die too fast. And I'm pretty afraid, yes. He doesn't go with the Pump, so he does go with the Ghost on the back. Yes, I was afraid of that. I'm gonna Dirt Goblin, and I'm gonna try to kill the Pump with the Goblin Barrel, so we'll see if it works, and I think we could damage it pretty well. We only got one hit. We'll try to activate the King Tower. Hopefully it doesn't predict or something. I'm gonna Spirit here. Alright. I was afraid of that again, and he did a pretty nice predict. So I'm just gonna try to barrel here since he doesn't have the arrows on cycle, and we'll get some nice damage. Just gonna cannon here, and I'm gonna try to... No! That was... What a bad start again. Gonna have to Goblin Gang once it locks to the tower. And yeah, that was a pretty bad start again. I missed my... yeah. I just wanna leave this game, so... we go in the next match because everything I did was wrong. I did pretty bad again, so we'll see, but I don't really believe in a comeback. But maybe, we don't know. He does go with a Queen on the back. I'm gonna Princess when I'm full, and you always wanna play the Princess in the opposite line, so he can't really kill it easily. I'm gonna cannon first, and I'm gonna knight there. Nice. We'll get like the knight is gonna defend the evil ram as well. I'm just gonna wait a little bit. All right, that was pretty nice from him, and that should defend nicely. And all right, I'm gonna knight here just to protect my dirt. And he does go with a pump again. I'm just gonna try to play that on the tower. He will arrow, so I don't think it's worth it. Alright, he does go with the arrows anyways. I'm gonna log just to not take the dash from the bandit, and I'm gonna princess again. I'm pretty afraid of his elixir advantage, so we have to watch out for this. I'm gonna try to dart just to... Yes, yes, nice. It did lock to the... Like, it did focus the oof. I'm gonna have to log maybe and cannon. Yes, I think it's dead now. I'm gonna try to spirit and knight maybe. Okay, now it's dead. He had too much elixir thanks to his elixir collector, so pretty well played to him. I did play really bad. So yeah, well played to him guys, and we'll see in the next match. Alright guys, so for the next match I just wanted to play with this loon, because I did play with it some games, like I did a video on it, so maybe we could win this game, hopefully. And he does have a cannoneer, that's not the best news for us, and he does have a royal giant. Just gonna musketeer the back. I never saw this deck, so that's gonna be pretty interesting. Just gonna miner here so we don't get the hit from the bomber on the tower and on the musketeer as well, and he does have a monk, alright. I'm gonna bomb tower, and I'm gonna have to wait once the ability of the monk is done, so we could... Alright, that was a great log again. I'm gonna have to mask plus snowball just to minimize the damage we take. Please, no! He got a last hit from his urge, so we do have a pretty bad start again, but the nice thing is that I'm pretty sure it doesn't have a lot of counters for our loon, since I think it only has hunter for the loon. So I'm just gonna wait until he does go with the urge on the back, and I'm gonna Ice Golem loon. Alright, he does go with the urge here, and I'm ready with my miner for his hunter, and alright, he does have a phoenix. Alright, we really need 2 hits, please. 1, alright, please 2. Nice! I'm gonna try to Evo Mask here just to damage as much as we can his urge, and I'm gonna have to bomb tower as well. And wait, he does have log and rage, so I'm pretty sure he doesn't have any fireball or lightning, which is a pretty interesting news and thing to know for us. And wait, if he goes with a monk or urge on the back, I'm just gonna go in with the Ice Golem loon again. Alright, we can maybe go in now, and if he goes with the phoenix, I'm just gonna snowball just to take the tower. Alright, I'm gonna snowball that, so I'm pretty sure we could get 2 hits, please. And on the right side, I'm just gonna miner here just to pull the monk out of the range of the mask, so the mask is gonna target the urge. Nice! He's gonna ability for sure, but the mask is gonna kill the urge. Nice! Alright, wait, maybe we can win this. He does go with an Evo bomber of the bridge, and that's not gonna work for him. We're in a pretty great spot. Wait, I'm just gonna have to snowball this so the fisher doesn't like bring the mask. Nice, nice. I think we got it, because he won't be able to take our tower in 10 seconds. But yeah, I was pretty afraid, like at the start of the game, since we had a really bad start again. But we did a nice defense, I think, and I think it made us win the game. So well played to him still, and we will see you guys in the final match. Alright guys, so for the final match, we will go with this bridge spam deck. I did hesitate to play mana rocket as well, but even if I'm not really good at bridge spam, we'll try and see. And he does... Alright, he has a berserker. I hope it's not the deck he played first match, because he's really good at it, and looks like it is. Alright, I'm a bit afraid, but the boss bandit can go crazy, I feel like, and he only has a fireball. So I'm just gonna boss bandit here, and if he goes with a drill, I'm ready, but I don't think he will. Alright, he does go with a cannon. So he's gonna skeleton here, so I'm gonna try to predict them with the executioner. Nice. Oof, it didn't hit the cannon, unfortunately. I'm just gonna try to pop the ability here. Nice. Alright, really nice spirit from him. I'm gonna pop the ability again. Oof. That was not it, but I think if I did put the ability, that would be pretty huge. Since he didn't have a lot of elixir anymore. I'm gonna have to ghost this drill. And he might snowball. Alright, I'm just gonna guard here just to minimize the damage we take. And we took a lot of goblins hit, unfortunately. But yeah, if I put my ability on time, I think we will be in a pretty huge spot right now. So he's gonna berserker maybe. Alright, he does go with it. Just gonna Ram Rider the back. I think it's a pretty nice thing to do in this kind of matchup, since that is pretty annoying for them because they will have to waste a lot of elixir. But if you only play the ram at the bridge, they could only go with a cannon, and that would be too easy for them. So I'm just gonna boss bandit the knight here, and we'll see how he defends it, since he doesn't have the knight and the berserker on cycle. He does go with the defensive drill, and he's gonna Skellies here. I'm gonna pop the ability here. He's gonna Skellies. I think here we'll try to predict maybe. Alright, the idea was here, but the execution was less good, but that was a nice try though, so I'm just gonna wait a little bit. Alright, we can go with the ghost here. I'm gonna ram the back again, but I think he does have the Evo cannon on cycle. Yes, that's gonna be a little bit annoying, so I'm just gonna try to lightning it, and we'll see. Alright, he does go with the Evo snowball, which is pretty huge for us. Wait, the Exe is still alive. Nice. It forced out another cannon. So yeah, I think he doesn't have a lot of elixir right now. I'm just gonna play the Exe on the back. I'm gonna guard. I wanna save my ghost for his drill. Alright, he does go with drill here. Gonna ghost just last second. Alright, that should be enough. His cannon are pretty annoying. I'm gonna go in the back again. I'm gonna wait a little bit. Alright, he does go with a berserker here. I'm gonna play it safe. We'll see if we could get an opportunity pretty soon, but we'll just counter push. Alright, wait. I'm pretty sure the boss bandit is gonna be pretty annoying for him, since the Exe is evolved. Alright, I'm just gonna put the ability here, and wait, we can ghost here plus Ram Rider since he doesn't have the cannon on cycle. And we'll just see how he defends. Alright, he does go with a defensive drill. I'm gonna try to lightning now because he doesn't have the best cycle, I feel like. Alright, he was back to another cannon already, so I'm just gonna try to snowball that just to get faster, like to cycle faster to my Evo. Alright, I'm gonna put that, and I'm pretty afraid of his Evo snowball, so I'm just gonna barbarrel and ghost them. Alright, I'm gonna have to Exe. Oof, that was a pretty bad Exe. We're taking a lot of damage. Alright, that was pretty well played from him though. And he's gonna cycle back to another fireball, and we're in a pretty bad spot right now. I'm gonna try to do something with the ram now. Alright, I'm gonna lightning that because we get some great value, I think. Alright, he's already back to another Evo cannon. I'm gonna try to do a final push with the Evo Exe. I'm gonna have to guard here, and if he does go with the snowball, yes, we're ready with our barbarrel. Alright, that was great. I'm gonna boss bandit here just to be annoying, and I'm gonna try to ram on the right side. Alright, wait, maybe to predict something. Oof, that was a pretty great berserker from him. And wait, what's happening? I'm just gonna try to lightning, please the ram. No, wait, if I lightning the cannon, I think we could win the game. But he played so well. I didn't understand what happened at the end, but that was pretty fun. So yeah, really up to him. He did a really nice job at defending, and he was applying really great pressure as well, especially with the drill plus Evo snowball combo. So yeah, thank you a lot guys for watching, and see you soon guys. Bye!